Hardest part about being Caitlin Clark, I would say, having to feel like you're always like on.
We came from Wisconsin.
Ready?
Oh my gosh.
You just have bad days, and there's days where you don't want to talk to anyone, but somebody comes up to you and this is their 10-second interaction with you. So you better smile and be kind. But at the same time, it's just like you just want to be normal sometimes.
Caitlin Clark has just made headlines with a stunning announcement. She signed a lifetime contract to play in Europe. The basketball sensation, who has rapidly become a standout name in the NBA, is now shifting her entire career to a bold new chapter overseas. Fans are reeling, asking why she would make such a dramatic move so early in her career. This game-changing decision marks a major turn in her journey, and the world is watching. What inspired her to take this leap? What could it mean for her legacy? Dive in as we explore the story behind Caitlin's surprising decision.
The difference now in this level of play, now that you're playing with these professionals versus who you play with and against at Iowa.
I would say the biggest thing is just you can't take a second off. No matter who you're guarding, no matter if you're on offense or defense, like you breathe for 1 second and you're not looking at your man and she's on the other side of the court. So I think that's the biggest thing is everybody's so skilled. Like this is the most competitive league in the world because there's not that many spots. So every person that's getting on the floor is really, really talented. So I think just, you can't take one single possession off, whether it's on offense or defense. And, always being aware, I think is the biggest thing.
Caitlin Clark's decision to leave the WNBA after an impressive rookie season to pursue opportunities in Europe has taken fans by surprise. Despite her standout performance and growing popularity, her time in the league was far more challenging than it appeared. While her talent brought major attention to her team, the support she received in return was lacking. Clark often faced intense, and at times dangerous, defense on the court. She didn't hold back in expressing her frustration, noting that many of the hits she endured, ranging from elbows to eye pokes, went uncalled by officials. These weren't just routine fouls. Some crossed the line into unsafe play. Beyond the physical toll, she also encountered off-court adversity. As a white player in a predominantly black league, Clark became the target of uncomfortable remarks from both fans and fellow players, adding another layer of difficulty to her experience. Given these challenges, her decision to explore new horizons in Europe seems understandable.
Is Caitlin Clark in the room?
She sure is.
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday when I called your name to the stage as the #1 pick in this year's draft. You held the Indiana Fever jersey for the first time, and what a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances. And I know all of you, that hard work and dedication, and it's paid off with your playoffs, etc. And I know the best is yet to come. So, congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Caitlin Clark's rookie season in the WNBA has been marked by high-stakes moments both on and off the court. Entering the league with sky-high expectations and an extraordinary college legacy, she was celebrated for her unmatched skill and relentless dedication to the game. However, her transition into the professional ranks proved far more demanding than anticipated. From the moment she stepped onto the court, her impact was undeniable, but so was the pressure. Opponents appeared eager to challenge.
I think it makes sense, and I know a lot of people are going to have their feelings about it. When you talk Caitlin Clark, there's always opinions circulating. But if you go through what she did in her rookie season, she holds the record for most assists in a game. She set a Fever franchise record for double-doubles, most points by a point guard in a single WNBA season. The list goes on and on the amount of records that this young woman has broken in her first year as a professional basketball player. I understand that people will say, what about Sabrina, and maybe throw some other names in the mix. But when you look at what Caitlin Clark has done and what her ceiling is, she's only begun to crack into that, and it's exciting to watch. I think it makes sense. And again, let's not even talk about bringing the Fever to their first playoff appearance in years. That in itself was a huge feat, something that the team has really been actively working for throughout the draft, throughout the offseason. This is exactly what they wanted, and this is exactly what Caitlin Clark deserves.
Clark hasn't just faced typical rookie challenges, she's encountered a level of physicality that often crosses the line of standard competition. In several games, she's been knocked to the floor or hit with aggressive fouls that feel more personal than professional. It's as if some players are intent on testing her, pushing her not just physically, but mentally. While some might see it as a trial of toughness, it's hard not to question the motives behind such intensity. Her rapid rise to fame and undeniable talent may have sparked resentment, transforming what should be healthy competition into something more hostile, an unspoken initiation into the league. Imagine stepping into your first job out of college, full of promise and drive, only to be met with icy glares and tasks designed to wear you down rather than build you up. That's been Clark's reality. Instead of being welcomed, she's been challenged in ways that suggest she has to prove she belongs. Over and over again, her performance hasn't just earned admiration, it's stirred something deeper in her opponents, perhaps jealousy, perhaps discomfort with her spotlight. Either way, it's clear that her presence is more than just a storyline, it's a disruption, and not everyone is handling it gracefully.
And when you talk about Caitlin Clark, there's so many other tiers and levels to what she has to deal with as an individual, as a player. You can understand there's a little bit of an adjustment period that you have to go ahead, at a grace period, if you will. I think it was only a matter of time, and true basketball fans knew, and anybody who watched her in college knew, it was only a matter of time until she figured it out. And just like all the rookies, you had to give them a little bit of time to do that. It's a growing process.
Instead of embracing her arrival, some have chosen to make Clark's path even tougher, pushing her to prove herself in ways most other rookies never have to. And then there's the media. Every move she makes is tracked, analyzed, and magnified, often to an extreme. When she has an off night, the headlines dissect it. When she shines, the expectations only grow heavier. For Clark, this means she's not just battling fierce competition on the court, she's also constantly living under a relentless spotlight.
Now, to celebrate her, one thing that people forget is, as a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists, breaking, like you said, the assist record. To be able to do that as a rookie in the face of that much defensive pressure, should have been unanimous.
Should have been. These are numbers when people talked about at the beginning of the season, the high tide lifts all boats or whatever, basically. Like, if you buy into this, everybody is going to eat. Yet you had people fighting tooth and nail the entire season, not wanting it to be this way because other people weren't getting flowers, or she was getting too much attention, or she gets a special whistle, or I'm gonna check her off the ball here just because. And then her teammate cheers for her for throwing her on the ground. It didn't get better. And it's disappointing to me because it's not every player in the WNBA. And I'm sure that there are many players who are happy to have her in the league. And it's like, if it was my league and somebody was coming in and bringing millions of people, like, I would be excited about that, because you know what? That's a chance for me to impress millions of people who weren't watching before.